Streaming from the 22 News Broadcast Center. This is 22 News at 4 p.m. Digital Edition.
Hey, good Monday afternoon. I'm Nick Oresco, and thanks for joining us for 22 News at 4 o'clock. We'll get to your top stories in just a moment, but first, you will encounter some snow if you're headed out on the roads this evening commute. So let's bring in 22 News Storm Team meteorologist Brian Lapis.
Kind of lousy timing for this snow. It's not going to be a lot of snow, but it's going to be just enough, I expect, to leave a little coating on the ground in most places, so keep that in mind.
Yep.
The good news here is that traffic seems to be light right now, Nick, and you can see it here. Up and down the valley, no major traffic problems. Even where we usually have a bottleneck here with the I-291-91 merge, really not much to complain about there, not much happening. So just take it slow and we should be in decent shape. Temperatures right now are obviously on the cold side. 22 Northampton and Greenfield, our favorite temperature. It's also 22 in Westfield, 25 Springfield, 23 in Pittsfield, sorry. You can see this little batch of snow that's pushing through the valley right now. The back edge of it is already moving into the Berkshires, so I would expect that before 5:30 or so, most of the snow is out of here. We may still see some flurries and maybe even a few pockets of freezing drizzle later this evening and overnight. And then another round of mixed weather comes in here tomorrow night. We'll track it with our 22 News Storm Team Skycast.
Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro has pled not guilty in federal court to federal drug trafficking charges this afternoon. The deposed leader told a New York judge, quote, "I'm innocent, I am not guilty, I am a decent man, and I am the president of my country," end quote. It's his first appearance in an American courtroom on the narco-terrorism charges the Trump administration used to justify capturing him and bringing him to New York over the weekend. Maduro and his wife were led into court at around noon for a brief but required legal proceeding that will likely kick off a prolonged legal fight over whether he can be put on trial in the U.S. A man was detained this morning after breaking windows at Vice President J.D. Vance's home near Cincinnati, Ohio. Secret Service agents assigned to Vance's home detained the man, whose name has not been released, shortly after midnight. The agents heard a loud noise at the home and found a person who had broken a window with a hammer and was attempting to get into the house. Officials say the man had also vandalized a Secret Service vehicle in the home's driveway. The home was empty at the time. Back here locally, 2 suspects arrested in connection to a deadly shooting on Home Street in Springfield are being held without the right to bail. The suspects, 27-year-old Joey Sanchez and 21-year-old Devin Schuler, were arraigned in December for multiple charges, including murder. The charges stem from a shooting on November 30th, where officers found 27-year-old Shane West with a gunshot wound. West was taken to Bay State Medical Center, where he later died. Sanchez's next court date is set for February 6. Schuler is set to appear in court tomorrow. 22 News is your local election headquarters, and recently elected mayoral candidates are being sworn in across Massachusetts, western Massachusetts today. Ceremonies include Will Reichel for West Springfield, Christopher Johnson for Agawam, Michael McCabe for Westfield, Joshua Garcia in Holyoke, John View in Chicopee, and Gina Louise Shera for Northampton. Our 22 News reporters are working for you at all these ceremonies, and we will have continuing coverage on 22 News starting at 5 o'clock. Continuing coverage right now on the snow falling across our area.
Yeah, a little bit of a coating in some spots already here this afternoon. Let's take a look at the radar and show you what's happening. It's a little batch of snow that's pushing from southwest to northeast across the valley right now. You can see that the back edge of this is already moving into the Berkshires, so it's not going to be a very long-lived round of snow. But again, at this time, a little coating on the ground could certainly slow things down and maybe get the wheels spinning a bit for the evening commute. The good news here is that by 5 o'clock, 5:30, most if not all of this is gone. There will be some lingering flurries and light snow showers here this evening, and there may even be some patchy freezing drizzle overnight. That would be real patchy, but something to keep in mind. Bottom line, if you've got evening plans, you should be able to get where you got to go. Just give yourself a little bit of extra time and be aware that there could be some slippery spots out there. And tomorrow morning, you may need a little extra time to do some windshield scraping and some surface salting and sanding. Some clouds in the morning, and then during the afternoon, another round of light rain and freezing rain starts to arrive here. It's more likely that we see it in the evening, but there is the chance for it in the afternoon with high temperatures in the 30s. We'll update on 22 News at 5.
Trending today, the tickets for the 2026 Boston Red Sox spring training season are set to go on sale this Thursday at 10 a.m. The team will play a total of 18 games in Florida at JetBlue Park, including 15 Grapefruit League games, a Futures at Fenway South game featuring the club's top prospects, and a matchup against the Northeastern University Huskies. That's an annual tradition. All the games are scheduled to start at 1:05 p.m. More information can be found at wwlp.com. U-Haul has released its new migration trend data, and it shows that Massachusetts is the 46th growth state of 2025. The last time Massachusetts ranked higher than 46 on the U-Haul Growth Index was in 2016. A state's net gain or loss is determined by comparing its in-migration versus its out-migration. U-Haul customers arriving in Massachusetts accounted for more than 48% of all one-way traffic in and out of the state last year. The Girl Scouts of Central and Western Massachusetts are gearing up for their annual cookie season this Saturday. The season officially kicks off with the annual cookie drop, marking the beginning of cookie sales. Thousands of cases will be dropped off throughout Western Massachusetts, with more than 5,000 cases being distributed in Springfield alone. Girl Scouts of Central and Western Massachusetts serves more than 5,000 girls in our state. Tonight on 22 News, starting at 5 o'clock, a former Springfield teacher is facing multiple federal lawsuits for sexual abuse of his students. Hear what his attorneys are saying. And flights to the Caribbean have resumed following Saturday's U.S. military operation in Venezuela. We'll have tips for any future travel plans you may have. Plus, the New England Patriots have scored the #2 seed in the NFL playoffs. We'll break down their upcoming wild card matchup against the L.A. Chargers this weekend. Brian?
Traffic is moving along fine despite the snow. Plan on a couple of extra minutes if you have places to go here this afternoon and early this evening. But otherwise, no significant problems. Pike looks good. I-91 is moving fine, even with the evening commute getting underway. Another round of mixed precipitation on the way in here for tomorrow evening. We'll show you tonight on 22 News starting at 5.
And updates anytime at wwlp.com, the free 22 News app, and always on 22 News Plus. We'll see you tonight, starting at 5.